Elite Facts presents
50 Interesting Shower Thoughts, number 19.
50,
You might have several stalkers and have no idea.
49,
If you flip over an image of 3.14, it'll look like it's spelling the word pi. That can be helpful when remembering the square root of pi.
48,
If the purge was real, everybody's bank accounts would be drained by whoever owns the bank immediately.
47,
We now have the highest def TVs possible, yet advertisers still manage to make the disclaimers at the bottom of their ads virtually illegible.
46,
To an alien, it may appear that mattresses are wireless chargers for human bodies.
45,
Women hate cargo shorts because it reveals the tactical inefficiency of purses.
44,
If we didn't already have dogs, trying to start a Domesticate the Wolf project now would make you look like a crazy person.
43,
Zombies that rise from the grave would actually be dressed fairly well.
42,
If people cared about each other as much as they care about the World Cup, the world would be a much better place.
41,
It doesn't matter how raggedy your towel is, it's still more comfortable than using someone else's.
40,
It's a shame we can't hold friends up to the light to see which ones are fake, the same way that we can money.
39,
The dirtiest thing you touch in your house is the hand soap pump. You touch it at the point when your hands are the most soiled.
38,
The most unrealistic thing about Superman is that he actually bothers going to work. If you had superpowers, would you bother working at the Daily Planet? I didn't think so.
37,
People say sleep is for the weak, but if you don't sleep, you will become weak.
36,
People who say there's no such thing as a stupid question probably grew up before Google.
35,
Your body is basically the VR console your mind uses to access the world of reality.
34,
Going from child to adult is largely realizing that adults are more like children than you thought as a child.
33,
The only flaw with the human brain is that we can't download everything we've taken in at the end of the day.
32,
Think of a random number between 10,000 and 1 million and say it out loud. Chances are very high that you've never said that number before.
31,
A table full of vegetables is a veggie table.
30,
The crust is basically the bark of the bread.
29,
When you buy a bottle of water, you're actually paying for a handy bottle you can refill again and again from the tap.
28,
Water hoses are water extension cords.
27,
We've visited places for the last time ever in our lives without knowing.
26,
It's actually awful that our dogs can't comprehend how much we actually love them.
25,
People with such a beautiful heart and mind wish for their life to end, while people who are toxic only wish to hurt them more. Pokemon is a show about capturing cute little animals in order to use them as gladiators.
23,
If smartphones were developed and released following the same cycle period as games consoles, there would be benefits for both companies and customers.
22,
Pictures in the Harry Potter world are just printed GIFs.
21,
The saying, "what doesn't kill you makes you stronger," doesn't exactly work when you think about it, considering that when you have your arm chopped off, you have one less arm and aren't any stronger. In fact, you're weaker.
20,
If you're doing the Pledge of Allegiance and there isn't a flag around, try to look up for the moon because there's one up there.
19,
If you mix Downton Abbey with Lord of the Rings and Oz from HBO, you get Game of Thrones.
18,
The scariest thing to be reincarnated as is a deep sea animal, especially if you're not the predator.
17,
The first person ever that had to use the bathroom probably thought there was something seriously wrong.
16,
Good morning and good afternoon are greetings, but good night is a parting.
15,
Those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. Conversely, it is the burden of those who remember to fear the future.
14,
A lot of people are going to be upset when someone figures out how to make pigs fly.
13,
If people didn't need sleep, workaholics would work 20-hour days.
12,
The first person who popped corn must have been running for his life.
11,
There's plenty of fish in the sea is an idiom that might not make sense in 50 years.
10,
If Apple made a gaming console, then they would sell the controller separately at a price the fraction of the console. And yes, we know they made a console back in the 1990s called the Apple Pippin. It sucked.
9,
The fact that humans became the clear dominant species of Earth is extremely impressive, considering we are much weaker, slower, and less athletic than a lot of other species.
8,
Speaking is just vibrating your throat in a specific way to create a sound.
7,
When it's cold, we like to eat hot foods, but when it's hot, we don't eat cold foods.
6,
The fastest way to destroy a relationship is to blame the other person for not doing what you are unwilling to do yourself.
5,
Muggles aren't the only ones discriminated by wizards in the wizarding world. Snakes are also treated unfairly for no particular reason.
4,
Everyone is the bad guy of someone else's story without even knowing it.
3,
Domesticated dogs are typically way bigger and scarier than domesticated cats, but wild dogs are typically smaller and less fierce than wild cats.
2,
Friday the 13th is a day for bad luck, but there's no counterpart to it as a day for good luck.
1.
Despite all the hype, the year 2000 was a pretty big letdown.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.